Thanks for joining us here at CBN4 News today. I am Alian Christopher. In today's stories, Lion gives assurance for Creole in the Park's continuation this year. We'll have more on that and other stories when we return. Thank you for staying with us. Head of the Plant Protection and Quarantine Unit at the Ministry of Agriculture, Ryan Ansem, was elected co-chairman of the Caribbean Plant Health Directors. Representatives from more than 20 Caribbean countries gathered in the Cayman Islands for the 7th annual meeting of the Caribbean Plant Health Directors to discuss strategies to improve food security, expand agricultural trade, protect plant resources in the region. The Caribbean is known for its vital and diverse agriculture and natural resources, and protecting the islands from potentially devastating invasive pests and diseases is critical to the health and prosperity of the region. The Technical Center for Agricultural and Rural Cooperation, in collaboration with institutions including the Caribbean Agricultural Research and Development Institute, will organize a Caribbean initiative for ICT for agriculture called AgriHack Talent Caribbean. Private and public sector and non-government run businesses are invited to express interest in being partners. The AgriHack Talent Caribbean competition will be in Suriname at the Caribbean Week of Agriculture. The Fisheries Division is currently engaged in some promotional activities aimed at stimulating greater utilization of local fish products in the diets of Dominicans and visitors to our shores. They have been engaged in the development of a new fisheries of the diamondback squid resource found in our near offshore waters and unutilized. They are seeking to partner with Westport Tavern and a host of other restaurants for a promotional cook-up of DBS and possibility of introducing the product to the menu. The Fisheries Division will provide the DBS and DBS recipe cookbook entitled 53 Recipes of Diamondback Squid and collaborate to introduce a suite of dishes and beverages to the clients. On August 29th, the product will be introduced at the regular happy hour nights at Westport Tavern to complement the menu. Coming up next, Lion gives assurance for Creole in the Park continuation this year. We'll be right back after the break. Thank you for staying with us. Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, Gaston Brown, successfully negotiated an assistance package on Tuesday for Antigua and Barbuda for over $32.5 million from China. Brown says that Antigua and Barbuda and China have enjoyed warm and friendly relations since the establishment in the 90s. On Wednesday, Brown and his delegations were due to meet with President Xi Jinping. After Lime's staff reduction last year, the public has been concerned about the continuation of Creole in the Park. General Manager of Lime Dominica, Jeffrey Baptiste, says that Lime will continue to make their contributions to the Lime Creole in the Park this year.
So we've had to realign our business, and we've done that. What I've also said though is our commitment to the preservation and development and promotion of our culture is absolutely firm as part of our corporate strategy. For us, Creole in the Park has proven to be a major driver in terms of that particular investment. And we absolutely do not see any other option but to continue to invest in the preservation of our culture.
Creole in the Park has benefited taxi drivers, artisans, artists, musicians, government, the Forestry and Wildlife Division, the National Cultural Council, and others over the years.
The favorable feedback we continue to get about the benefits of Creole in the Park, in my mind, makes the decision to continue very.
Lime has assured the public that this year's Creole in the Park will be on for sure. Well, that's it for now on CBN4 News. Today, your sport is next after the break. Good evening and thank you for tuning into CBN4 Sports. I am Alian Christopher. Here's a quick look at tonight's headlines. Coach of the Dominica men's national football team not fully satisfied with his team's performance. Sunil Narayan retains his spot in the ICC ODI rankings. And Manchester United striker named as England captain. We'll have more on these stories when we return. Thanks for staying with us. The Dominica national men's football team were 2-0 winners on Tuesday evening when they faced an all-star selected team at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium. A goal each from Trinidadian-based Dominican professional Julian Wade and Point Michelle player Bert Kazimi. However, coach of the national team Shane Marshall said some of the drills practiced have not been executed properly.
A lot of areas we need to improve on, and like, for example, like forcing the ball wide in defense, we have a plan to force the ball on one side in defense, which we not yet can execute that properly. And as I will say before, 2 months of training is not enough, but hopefully, the rest of the time we have remaining.
The head coach also expounded on the performance of the team and the lack of time.
A win is a win. 2-0, fine, but there's a lot of work we need to do still. And that comes with time too. As I always say, 2 months is not enough. As I told one of the reporters earlier, is like, trust me, more time, better. Like, for example, we used to have an international game and we never had any tonight. It's only now we are getting a test.
The Dominican national football team will again face the All-Star Select this evening for a second practice match. Meantime, captain of the Dominican national football team, Glenson Prince, told the media that there is still some work that needs to be done.
We still have some work to do. The team, we didn't play too bad, to be honest, and we won 2-0, so it's always good to win and give the team some confidence. But the coach spoke about some little areas that we need to improve on, and I think the guys are quite aware of where we need to.
This year's team is made up of new players. When asked about these thoughts of the new team, he had this to say.
To be honest, I mean, I like it, to be honest. I like it. The guys are enthusiastic. They're young. Some of them, it's their first time, so the guys are really pushing, putting the extra work. And I believe it's a really good thing for Dominica. I mean, we know the past tournaments that we have had, we have not done so well. So the first thing we have to do is get the public supporting us, and we can try and instill some confidence in the public. But first we need to win, and that's how we can actually instill confidence in the public.
The captain says in the next practice game, his team will be looking to fire on all cylinders and to rewrite some wrongs. Moving over to cricket, rain has washed out the only T20 international between West Indies and Bangladesh at Warner Park on Wednesday evening. Bangladesh won the toss and opted to bat first. They got off to a quick start, scoring as much as 6 runs and over before heavy rain interrupted play. Umpires Peter Nero and Joel Wilson met at approximately 10:45 p.m. and decided that the conditions were not fit for play. The scores at the end of that match, Bangladesh 31 without loss from 4.4 overs, with Tamim Iqbal on 11 and Anamol Haq on 19. Coming up next, Suresh Raina's superb century seals a victory for India, and Sunil Narayan retains his spot in ICC ODI rankings. More on these stories after the break. Welcome back. Suresh Raina hit a superb century as India cruised to victory against England by 133 runs in the second one-day international at Cardiff. Raina scored 100 runs off 75 balls, and Rohit Sharma and MS Dhoni also hit half centuries as the tourists posted 304 for 6. Ravindra Jadeja then claimed 4 wickets as England subsided to 161 in their rain-adjusted chase of 295. Alex Hales hit 40 on his debut, but England will have to come from behind in the 5-match ODI series. Here are the final scores in that match. India 304 for 6. Of their 50 overs, Suresh Raina 100 and MS Dhoni and Rohit Sharma 52. Chris Woakes took 4 wickets for 52 runs. England in reply 161 all out in 38.1 overs. Alex Hales top scored with 40. Ravindra Jadeja took 4 wickets for 28 runs. Back to the Caribbean. West Indies off-spinner Sunil Narayan has maintained his number 2 position in the ICC ODI bowling rankings following a strong performance in the 3-match series against Bangladesh here in the Caribbean. The Trinidadian managed 4 wickets at 18.25 apiece with an economy rate of 2.70. He earned 50 rating points for his efforts, moving to 764, though he still trails top-ranked Pakistani Sahid Admal, who has 785 rating points. Let's see who forms the rest of the top 5 in the ICC ODI bowlers rankings. Sahid Ajmal from Pakistan and West Indian Sunil Narayan sits first and second respectively. In third place, England seamer James Anderson has 760 rating points. South African Dale Steyn fourth with 693, and moving up into 5th position is Indian spinner Ravindra Jadeja with 666 rating points. We're going to take a break, and when we return, Manchester United striker appointed as New England captain. See who that is when we return. Thank you for staying here with us. You may be wondering who the New England captain is. But before that, let's take a look at the Champions League draw for the 2014-2015 campaign. Group A is made up of Spanish champions Atletico Madrid, Italian champions Juventus, Olympiacos and Malmö. In Group B, defending champions Real Madrid will have FC Basel, Liverpool and Ludogorets Razgrad. In Group C, Benfica, Zenit St. Petersburg, Bayer Leverkusen and AS Monaco. Group D will see Arsenal squaring up against Borussia Dortmund for a second year running. The group also holds Galatasaray and Anderlecht. Group E will have Bayern Munich and Manchester City again, as well as CSKA Moscow and Roma. Group F will hold Barcelona, Paris Saint-Germain, Ajax and Apoel Nicosia. Group G will have Chelsea, Schalke, Sporting Lisbon and Maribor. And the final group, Group H, will hold Porto, Shakhtar Donetsk, Athletic Bilbao and Bate Borisov. Manchester United striker Wayne Rooney has been named the New England captain by manager Roy Hodgson. The Manchester United keeper inherits the 3 Lions armband from Steven Gerrard, who retired from England duty after their elimination in World Cup. The England striker has scored 40 international goals in 95 games after making his debut in 2003 against Australia. Rooney said it is something he will take massive pride in doing. To be appointed captain is beyond his wildest dreams. His first assignment as the New England skipper is a friendly match against Norway at the Wembley Stadium on Wednesday, 3rd September, followed by the opening Euro 2016 qualifier in Switzerland on Monday, 8th of September. Well, that's a wrap on our sports segment. Find more of our exclusive sports stories by visiting our CBN4 Facebook or YouTube. You send in your comments via Facebook, Twitter or WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp number is 614-7199. Thanks again for watching and have a good evening.